on here to launch our official website of our academy. Rajender Kataria sir, the very senior IAS officer, and presently he is Principal Secretary Revenue Department. He has served in various capacity in the Forest Department. He is with us. On behalf of you and my personal behalf, I heartily welcome Sri Shanta. I take this opportunity on behalf of the Academy, on behalf of all my friends and my personal behalf, I heartily welcome to you, sir. Initially, we worked hard and then started to establish this one. Presently, we have got around dozen students who are already preparing on the way. I hope I have confidence that 4 members definitely they are going to crack this academic year, sir.
Nittur IAS Academy and all the faculty members, organizers and all the students and parents and guests. Somewhere in, I think 30 years back, I also started preparing for civil services. That time the options were very limited actually. 1994 in Delhi, I was studying in Delhi University, so the options were very, very limited. And the feudal culture was still there. What other option is, you go out of India and do something great if you are really lucky. And third option was that you get into the civil services. The benefit were many. 53, if I am right, the Indian civil services started. If you look at the history, I don't know how many of you are history students, or if you have any professors who are teaching history. If you look at the 1840 to 1867 or 1880, that 40 years period, you will find many amazing things happening in this country. Suddenly, there is a probable boy for a marriage. So everybody will come to your village, and then from the gate itself they will tell, left to right to. So the recognition in society was very high, and the recognition is not just because you are sitting on a chair. The options are, if you go to any university, like I remember 10 years back, IT had only one computer science course. If you open the book here, within IT you will have some 10 different degree disciplines. Some 15-20 years back, humanities was not really considered much. Everybody will study the same book. Most of the students, candidates who are preparing for civil services would read the same. Like I know in Delhi, I don't know how many of you have gone to Delhi to look into the civil services. There are three big clusters in Delhi actually. There's one JNU. I don't know how many of you have been to the JNU campus. There's a JNU. I still remember there used to be a Johar book depot and Hem book depot. Photocopied book. That time the original books used to be very costly. So he'll give you photocopies 4 set. कि ये लेके जाओ. You understand Hindi?
Yes, sir.
ये लेके जाओ and this will help you. So that was the kind of training which many of us used to get. You go to another book depot, Hem book depot inside JNU campus, and then this guy would tell, okay, sir, history is not a very scoring subject. You try for sociology. It has a better chance. Syllabus is less. If you have good at biology, then try anthropology. If you think that you are good at political science, don't take political science, take public administration. It's a better subject. So that those small things, the tips, free tips we used to get. So I hope that the students who are here or the parents who have come here, the IAS per se, I can say with almost 28 plus years experience in this service, and before that another 4 years experience in another service. So almost 3 decade plus experience I can say. In India, still the civil services has a major role to play in uplift from the society. We stay around Bangalore, we think that everything is Bangalore. Bangalore is not Karnataka. You cross 100 kilometers and see how people are suffering. So when you are in bureaucracy and if you are really committed, you can actually bring change in the society. And this bringing change in society, contributing back to the society, is the attraction why people, lakhs of people write civil services. They want to be part of this bureaucratic system so that they can not only develop their state or their country in future, and I'm sure this would help even the students also, the parents also, to give the right results, right output. With these words, I wish you and your entire team all the best, and all of you all the very best and good luck, and hope to see good success in near future.
Today's Chief Guest Kataria from my friend Vishwanathji, and all trainees are and teachers and lecturers and others. We were 40 years back, we were in the same audience group today. We have come to this side. I was successful without coaching. And then doing PUC also, degree also, because our position was like that. So no coaching for us, light to the direction of your study and understanding. 50% may contribute, but 50% success depends on your luck, devotion, determination and sincerity. Because coaching institute is not writing exam. Wish you all the best. As Vishwanath said, definitely this institute is coming up very well, and mostly this year there will be a lot of success. We wish you all to become successful, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I request, I think some of you have any queries, questions, want to.
I'm an aspirant here. So you said while you're preparing, you had a lot of dreams to give back to the society, to change the society, administration and all. So once you have passed the exam, cleared the exam, when you're working right now, how is your experience about it? Like, can we do actually what we thought when we were preparing?
Type of transaction. They used to be one revenue inspector, so everybody has to do salute to him. We examined whether this salute has really any value, except corruption. We realized, I think, no. We said, okay, let us remove this gentleman from the middle, make it faceless. So 70% of my transactions are become faceless. So this one decision of that removing that person, making life easy now, some thousands of people who used to visit Tahsil office don't have to go to Tahsil office. They can get online. Now the very concept of getting online is also a path-breaking initiative. Some 20 years back when we started, let us provide service faceless, contactless, online. So those are all, evolution of the system. So these are all our changes. But what you see now is all because of the bureaucracy, because of the system. We tried something, but then I can say with last 28 plus years experience, I've never failed. Difficulties will be there. Even what you eat, what is the guarantee that what you eat it can digest in your system? So you will always have challenges. That's how this service offers you. But you always deliver. Because you run a private entrepreneur. So your clientele is only 5 people, 10, maybe 100, maybe 200, maybe 1000. But when you work in a government system, small tweaking in your policy, making life easy for people. If I'm saying 3 lakh, 4 lakh people were writing then, and now also if I'm saying 6, 7 lakh people, so the number has not really increased that much. Maybe one, of course, there are multiple options. Second is also it's a huge labor. It requires labor. Like you have to spend good quality time minimum. Depending on how good you are at grasping, analyzing things. So it is a time-consuming activity. You are not just like when you appear in any of this police exam. So what will happen is they have some physical qualification. So it is basically, and then all are reading same, as I was telling, all are reading same book. So it is how you present your fact, how confident you are. Mugging will not really help actually. So one has to understand the whole issue.
The consistency. What will you give some tips for maintaining the consistent efforts for preparation?
See, to achieve a target, there is a very limited time. 2-3 years is a very crucial time when you have to invest. So once you invest in 2-3 years, you can sit here like me for next 30 years. So that motivation, you have to create that motivational skill to tell people that no, I do long distance marathon. So I still remember I went to Mumbai for a run. So I don't know how many of you have gone to Pedder Road. When you go to Mumbai and when you run from the that Dargah is there, Pigali Dargah is there. From Dargah, if you go to Pedder Road is like this. All these big guys, Adani Bangalore is also there. So when you climb this, so after some time, it's almost 14-15 kilometers. When you take a loop, sometimes you feel, Arey Baba, aake bande par run marne ke liye. I was happy in Bangalore. But then you have to know, boss, you have come here to run half marathon, full marathon. Let us not stop. Give extra push. So that extra push gives you the confidence that you reach up to their bottom and then you know that there is a slide down. So it's like motivating at different occasions that my goal is this, I need to achieve this. Difficulties will come, yes, but one should face it bravely. You keep motivating. It's like, there is no pill for motivation actually, as I understand.
UPSC just, only 1,000 posts have been, and only 1,000 people are appointed. And how do you think it will be justified for the people justice to be done in increasing population? Do you think one IAS officer for a district is enough to govern, get changes, policies? This topic is in Lok Sabha also, sir, to increase the number of seats in MPs, MLAs. What do you think, sir? Should UPSC change or do you think it's enough?
Delhi had only 2 flights, morning and evening. I still remember 5,700 rupees was the rate. My salary was 5,500. So more than a salary was one fare ticket from here to Delhi. Everything was manual. People were dependent on the government because government was the main maybe key provider of various facilities, services and all that. Now people are not dependent on government too much. Services are also mostly are online. Private sector is booming. So the world has opened up. After 91 economic liberalization, a lot of things have come. So as I was saying, government job or government service, government sector is no more as attractive as it was earlier. So earlier it was more of British kind of that controlling thing. So now the system has become has become a facilitator. We, instead of ruling or controlling or regulating, we are now facilitating the growth and development of the society. So I feel that whatever is the intake is by and large okay. By putting extra man doesn't really make much a difference.
From past 3-4 years, this was something my dream I really wanted to pursue. So, like currently I'm working at Accenture as a project manager, but now I've really stepped forward and taken a decision like I need to give it a try, like I need to do my best, how much ever I can. So, what are the challenges I might face while preparing for this examination, and what are the things I need to keep in my mind?
Around 24, 25, that was the range. If you look at now, the average age is around 28 and a half. So you are at the right age. The reason is people, they like most of the MBAs worldwide, they don't take most of the MBA students as freshers. They want people to work for some years, learn, gain some experience and come back to the management. Similarly, often at government service also I have noticed, like I have a lot of officers, since all the collectors and these assistant commissioners, they report to me, so I know most of them. Now the entry level, people come with some experience in the field, not simply passed out from the college or from the university. So when you work in an institution, when you earn from your own labor, so you realize the value of money, value of labor, value of hard work. So that adds actually when you prepare for civil services. The only issue would be balancing with your work and the studies is something important. So sometime when you are out of college, so the habit of study. Now, if you look at the maximum number of hours you use the mobile, anywhere now. When we were there, we had only radio. So in this thing, so we used to put Voice of America to hear for the current affairs. I still remember. You have multiple channels actually to know about it. So how you use the social media and how you internalize it is important for anybody. So balancing work as well as study is something which I think one should learn, and I am sure by now you would have learned, because having worked for a few years, you always realize, because first attraction is different, but when you work for 2-3 years, and especially in private sector, government sector is easy. Once you get in, whether you are running horse or you are donkey, somehow you adjust for some time. Painting that on a piece of paper in 3 hours is very, very challenging, I feel personally. So, like I'll give a small example. I have not studied history, but then again, I like that subject very well. So, I still remember when I started writing this. What I used to do is, and most of the students, they do. They study a lot. They then put it here. And then they put some 4 questions and start writing. Because writing is something very, very important, that within 3 hours, whatever time assigned to you, are you in a position to conceptualize your whole issue on a 4 hour or on a 4-page reply. Now to give a reply to, like, I'll give you a small example, any subject of history. You can give why Babur attacked India. Very simple. But then if you have to write the answer, say around 5 or 6 solid paragraphs, so you have to divide in such a way that you conceptualize everything in one paragraph: political regions, social regions, economical regions, cultural regions, aspirations. So if you put 4 or 5 sub-paragraphs, so you know, okay, social regions, so you put all social regions in one go.
One is their writing skill. They study more time, but if you say them to write, that is the main thing. Another thing is, they don't have perseverance, they don't have persistence. For these 2 hurdles, what is your suggestion?
So one should spend 60% time on accumulating knowledge and 40% time on writing. Like I still have booklet. Actually, recently been to my place, my birthplace. So opened the old room and I noticed my handwritten books and all that. So I have carried this time from my home to this place. After a long time, I think after 25, 28 years. So all handwritten notes. Now everything is you type and everything is Google and all that. So this writing is very, very important. So one should always try, spend your 60% time on understanding subject and 40% time on writing. Because writing skill is ultimately whatever you study. If you are not able to, let us finish in 35 minutes. 5 minutes extra, you take one question, write on a note, side note, okay, what all I write. So one should develop that habit, like we have a question, you understand, okay, what is the reply. Don't immediately start writing. Write your points in some rough sheet on the last page. Okay, this question I'll cover 1 to 5 items. Second question I'll cover the 7 items. And then you take and put A, B, C, D and start writing. Because analytically, like now also, like if you, when I write on file, we do a lot of writing on file, we take important decisions. We write cabinet notes. So I have to justify when I am signing a cabinet note. Cabinet note has wider impact. So I have to also do analysis, ROI. I am spending 200 crore on a subject. Is it worth? Is it going to help society? Similarly, when you are writing something, I think that is again an important subject I personally feel. That writing is most important, and then one should also keep trying doing this. This is not one day job.
I request Mr. Nistik to say a word of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today as we conclude this special occasion, the grand launch of the Nittur IAS Academy website. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests, Sir Rajender, Kataria and Sir Shantappa, for gracing this event with your presence. Your inspiring words, valuable insights and support mean a lot to us. It has increased the clarity and confidence of our students to crack the exams. We truly appreciate your time and encouragement. I also want to thank our director, Dr. G. Vishwanath sir, distinguished bureaucrats, our faculty members, students and well-wishers for being here today. Your unwavering belief in our mission drives us to continuously improve and provide the best guidance for IAS aspirants. A special thanks to the organizing team for their dedication in making this event a success. Lastly, to everyone who has joined us, your presence has made this event much more memorable. With this new platform, we hope to empower many more aspirants on their journey to success. Thank you once again, and we look forward to your continued support.